Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned in right now to Push978 Radio.
Check 1 2.
We have Mario.
Check 1 2.
In the building.
What's happening?
Mario, how you doing?
I'm feeling good, bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling wonderful. Tell me, how you liking low?
I just got here, so we're gonna see what the temperature is tonight.
Word. Mario, we appreciate you for coming out. I'm gonna let our hostess for the night, Robin from UGTV.
Yo, what's good?
So who we talking to right now?
We talking to Robin.
Right now we're talking to everybody. We're talking to people in Africa. We're talking to people in the US. We're talking to people everywhere. So
what's up, everybody? If y'all are tuning in right now, if y'all can hit me up on Snapchat, send me those Snapchat DMs. Let me know what y'all think. We got I Need More playing in the background. It's Mario Worldwide. Mario Worldwide on Snapchat, Instagram. Tune in with us. Let's get it. We here, man. Let's go.
Let's go, man. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Push978. We are here. We're bringing you Mario. He's gonna be killing it at the No City Ballroom.
Yes,
so if you have not got the program yet, make sure you get the program because, man, Mario, it is your birthday in like 1 hour.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In about 1 hour.
I'm grinding right now. I've been in New York City doing interviews all week, talking about the new label, talking about new music. I just directed the video, co-directed the video for I Need More. It's crazy, ridiculous.
Yes.
Got new music coming out, got a book coming out, so I'm just working, man. Getting back out to the people.
You doing stuff. You know what? People are like, I've been posting all about this event, and I'm like, yeah, Mario's in the house. They're like, yo, Mario? I'm like, yeah, Mario. They're like, we haven't had anything for Mario for a while. I'm like, yo, Mario, the Mario that I know, because I've been a fan for a while.
Thank you.
Which actually leads me to this picture right there. You see that picture?
Yeah.
That was in 2004 in London when you were actually promoting Let Me Love You. And I think I was about 16 years old. That's me right there.
You see all that baby fat?
Baby fat, where? That was me right there. And you know the thing you told me? You're like, you're very beautiful, and I swear I'll never forget those words ever. I was 16 years old. Thank you. Yo, guys, I've been following you for a long time, and you know what? You've done great music.
Thank you.
Music that will never die. Music that will be. There's artists who go off the scene, and you know what? You won't even hear their music.
Right.
But I feel like Mario music, even when Mario is not on the scene, Mario music still plays.
And the world showed me so much love. It's funny. No matter where I'm at, they always playing "Crying Out for Me," "I Love You," "Let Me Love You," "Break Up." Like always hearing the records, man. And I'm blessed to be able to have that platform. I feel like at this point in my life, it's about taking it to the next level and really, helping people and becoming a vessel to help people get to the next level in their lives and really share my story and be an example for. Especially this young generation, because now I'm like in the middle. It's like, I can still appeal to the young generation, but I have fans that are older now. So just, I'm willing to take that responsibility because I feel like God has showed me so much in my, 30 years of living. That's crazy saying that.
30 years.
So it feels good.
I was like, you don't look nothing like 30. For real. Ladies, when you see Mario on stage tonight, he looks nothing near 30. And you know what? I really want to talk about what's going on with Mario right now because I feel like you're going through a transition right now. You are an independent artist right now.
Yeah.
So the transition from being part of a label and actually being an independent artist for you, what is that like? And why did you decide to go independent?
Well, I was signed with the same label since I was, 14 years old. And as you guys know, everything's out there. You can pretty much get any information you want on the internet, so y'all know how label systems work now. Exactly. And I was with a label that started off one way, where it was just all about the music. It wasn't a million artists on the label. It was a great team. And then as things evolved and as the internet evolved, they started changing so much, and I felt like it was time for me to change. I felt like it was time for me to take the next step in my life, not just in my career, but my life, because I feel like at some point as you get older in the game, it starts to affect your personal life.
Definitely.
You gotta have a personal life, or else you will go nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you go crazy.
You have to have a social life.
You gotta have a social life, you gotta step back and decide, okay, if I'm gonna continue to be an artist and have this influence over millions of people, what do I stand for?
Exactly.
What do I represent as a man? Like, who am I? And I feel like that's what I need to.
So did you feel a bit more restricted or constricted when you were signed to the label than you are right now?
100%, of course. it's you know, you're working with a corporation that's owned by another corporation that's owned by a corporation. So they have numbers to meet. It ain't, you know, it's a business.
Yeah, they send you an email.
You're just a number.
They send you an email that like you gotta be here, you gotta be here. We don't care what's going on with your life.
And that part of it. That's the machine part of it. That's when you become a machine as an artist. I'm talking about. Okay, if they're picking the music that you're doing, they're picking the direction, they're picking the people you're working with. But things have changed now where as an artist you have to be in front of what you're doing now, or it's gonna come off wrong. So it's like, you know, I just feel like at this point in time it's perfect for me to be, you know, an independent artist and be in this position that I'm in, because I'm able to work with who I want to work with, test things, try new music, be in control of my visuals. Like that for me, I always felt like when I was with the labels, the way they portrayed me wasn't the way that I wanted to be portrayed. And it was just like, you know, I'm more of a creative than I was able to be with the labels. So, you know, not to shun that, listen, they gave me an amazing platform. These records you're hearing right now were funded by corporations owned by agents in China from Sony. So like, you know, I'm grateful, you know, but now it's like, you know, it's time to boss up.
You have more control over your stuff, and does that feel better to you because you're like, yeah, you know what, I want to do this type of sound, and you know this. So talking about your new stuff, of course, the new sound, you pretty much made a lot of you know, decisions on this album. You know, it's called Paradise Code. Yes.
And so, yeah, I'm trying new things. You know, I need more with just one vibe, but you know, you're gonna get classics, you're gonna get fun records, you're gonna get introspective records that might make you cry. You're gonna get a little bit of everything. You're gonna get me.
You're a singer-songwriter, so I'm sure definitely you've written a bunch of stuff on this album, and your fans are definitely, I'm sure they're definitely ready to hear a lot what's coming up. Oh, I'm ready to be here.
Thank you.
So, you know, we're trying to get you into this. Of course, you're already known in Africa. Just so you know, you're big in Africa. Whether you've been, which part of Africa have you been?
I've been to Durban. I've been to Lagos. I've been to Nigeria. I've been to Johannesburg. I've been to Cape Town. So
okay, so you've been South Africa, Nigeria. Well, guess where I'm trying to take you? Where I'm Uganda. Have you heard of Uganda before?
Of course I've heard of Uganda.
Well, so I'm from Uganda. We're all from Uganda representing.
So tell me something about Uganda. Tell me what it's like there. Tell me what
modern
Uganda
One thing you need to know about Uganda is a bunch of beautiful ladies.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Because when I went to Africa, people, I was telling them, I'm like, yo, you will not expect to see the type of women that you see in Africa. Like, you know, a lot of people might think that like women run around naked with big things in their mouth. There's certain parts, tribal parts, but like there's a lot of beautiful women.
And also one thing you should know about Ugandan women, like you will not find a Ugandan woman without a big ass. Like for real. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on radio. Big ass.
Of course you are. Listen, it's just natural out there like that.
But all I know, Uganda is very like, first of all, the weather is beautiful, very tropical, it's warm all year round, and you know what, you have a bunch of funds out there. And there's a TV show called No Grind, No Shine that's coming up on MTV Uganda, and you know what, your fans right now in Uganda who are actually watching you right now.
Right now?
Yes.
That's crazy.
They're watching you, and you know what?
What's up, Uganda?
I just need a message. Like if you were to go to Africa, like you go to Uganda, especially where you haven't been before. Yeah. Like what would you want to see first, like when you go to Uganda?
I mean, I don't know. I would have to look online and see what's there, but ultimately, I would want to see.
What do you find more interesting about Africa? Like really?
Yeah, like I would just want to see, you know, what the real Uganda is like, and what, you know, people do on a daily basis, and what the food's like, and you know, just feel the vibes and the history and the vibe. Yeah. You know, I love when I go different places to learn, and not just do the show and leave, but to actually feel the people, feel the vibe of the city.
And you know, one thing is, to me, I feel like I haven't talked to Mario unless like I hear, you know, something, a cappella. Like that voice is what kills us ladies. All your fans, whether it's guys or ladies, I'm sure.
So what you want to do?
You know what? Of course, my all-time favorite, and I'm gonna ask selfish on behalf of the listeners, guys, is "Let Me Love You" all the way. So it's all about, you know, baby, I just don't get. I can't sing, guys. I'll let the man himself do it. So
you gotta turn the music down so they can hear me.
Yes. because the lyrics, I'm sure they definitely, you know.
Clean your throat like you about to sing.
Yo, Mario's about to.
Alright, you want
Put
me
it. Are you
just
listening
go right now?
Yeah, they're listening right
Just
now.
go? Okay.
They're listening right now.
Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. You don't believe his stories. You know that they're all lies. And bad as you are, you stick around. And I just don't know why. Cause if I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I'll be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman, deserve good things. Fist full of diamonds,
Handful of rings.
See, you knew that part.
Baby, you're a star.
and I just wanna show you
you are.
you should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need.
I'll see the rest one.
Guys, you better pull up at the Mill City Ballroom if you want to hear more of that sexy voice, guys. Because I'm already turned just listening to the acapella now. Imagine what's gonna be like on stage. But you know what, Mario? You've traveled around the world, and to me, I need to know this. Like, I'm sure you get mad love from the